The practice of statistics, calculating sample size. Formula. To determine what sample size will yield a confidence interval for a population mean with a specific margin of error, use the formula v star times theta over the square root of n is less than or equal to m. Variables. V star is the confidence level. To find the confidence level, use Table C. This is Table C. To find V star, use the bottom row of this table. Theta is the standard deviation, n is the sample size, which is unknown, and m is the margin of error. Sample problem. A manufacturer of high-resolution video terminals must control the tension on the mesh of fine wires that lies behind the surface of the viewing screen. The tension is measured by an electrical device with output readings in millivolts. Careful study has shown that when the process is operating properly, the standard deviation of the tension readings is theta equals 43 millivolts. Company management wants a report of the mean screen tension for the day's production, accurate to within plus or minus 5 millivolts, with 95% confidence. How large a sample of video monitors must be measured to comply with this request? Step 1 is to define the variables. To define the variables, you have to look back at the problem. Theta, the margin of error, and the confidence interval are given. So using the problem, we determined that theta equals 43, the margin of error is 5, and Z star is 95%. To determine the numerical value of Z star, use Table C. Here is the bottom portion of Table C. To find the Z star numerical value, find where the Z star and the confidence interval intersect. Here it is 1.96. This means that our Z star is 1.96. Now you must plug it into the formula. When you plug the variables into the formula, you get 1.96 times 43 over the square root of n is less than or equal to 5. Multiply 1.96 times 43 to get 84.28 over the square root of n is less than or equal to 5. Multiply both sides by the square root of n, then divide by 5 to get 16.856 is less than or equal to the square root of n. Square both sides to get the answer. 284.125 is less than or equal to n. Interpreting the answer. This means that about 285 screens would be needed to satisfy the data. Make sure that when stating the sample size, you need to round up. Understand? Just in case, we will do another problem. The career paths of hotel general managers took an SRS of 114 hotels, wanting to know the time general managers had spent with their company. The standard deviation is 3.2 years, and the mean is 11.78. How large of a sample size is needed to estimate the mean within plus or minus a year, with 99% confidence? Take a minute and try and find the answer, and then we will explain how to do it. So from the sample problem we got that V star is equal to 2.576. Theta is equal to 3.2. And the margin of error is 1. By plugging the variables into the formula, we get 2.576 times 3.2 over the square root of n is less than or equal to 1. By multiplying 3.2 by 2.576, we get 8.243 over the square root of n is less than or equal to 1. Multiply both sides by the square root of n, then square both sides to get the answer. 67.95 is less than or equal to n. This means that 68 hotels would be needed to satisfy the data.